Hi folks, Mr. Brown here again. Today we're going to get all creative and I'm going to give this VW badge a new lease of life by changing the colour. In order to do it properly we're going to need lots of equipment. First thing we're going to need is some sandpaper so we can sand it down and give it a key for the paint to stick to. Then we're going to use these tack cloths to get all the grease and residue off so the paint sticks to it. Then we're going to give it a coat of primer, which is like an undercoat, sticks to the plastic and also stick to the paint on top. Then we're going to give it a colour, which is this lovely Volkswagen orange, so we're going to give it a few coats of that. And then finally we are going to give it a clear coat, like a varnish, to go over the top to seal everything in, to stop the paint coming off. Before we start, make sure for your own health and safety you're in a well ventilated area. You have got some kind of covering on the surface so you don't get paint everywhere. You'll need a mask so you don't breathe any of the fumes in, and you'll need some rubber gloves so you don't get the paint all over your hands. Right, so the first procedure I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 120 grit fine sandpaper to sand the surface down and give it a bit of a key. It's important that you take the shiny surface off, otherwise the paint that you're going to put on will end up flaking off. Just keep going round. Don't change the direction when you're sanding. Don't give it a cross grain, because that's just going to make it stand out when you put the paint on. Always in the same direction. Right, I've sanded it down and I've already wiped it off with a piece of this blue cloth, but just to make sure that there is no residue left whatsoever that's going to stop the paint sticking, I'm going to use one of these tack cloths. These are available from any car shop like Halfords, places like that. Okay, try not to touch the front with your hands, but just go over, give them a good wipe to get all that nasty grease and residue off, making sure we've got a lovely nice key for the paint to stick to. Okay, now that we know it's clean, it's time to add the primer. What you must do is, you must shake the can so you can hear a little ball inside moving to mix the paint inside for at least 2 minutes before you start to spray. Now that the paint is well mixed, the primer, it's very important that you do not put too much on in any one time. You give it a very, very slight coat at first, called a dust coat. So you just go around, making sure you get every bit of the thing that you want to spray, just very, very gently. And that will do for the first coat. As you can see, the transformation has started already. It's already gone from a horrible silver that it was to a nice primed grey. Hi. Okay, now the item has had 2 coats of primer and they're both dried. So now the next job I'm going to do is to put some colour coat on it. So again, you're going to shake the can for 2 minutes until the paint is fully mixed up, and then go around the same again, give it a light dusting all the way around. Do not put too much on for the first coat. So, as you can see, I've done the first orange dust coat. I've let that dry. I'm now going to do another 4 coats to give it some nice depth. Give it 15 minutes to dry in between each coat. Okay, so as you can see, I've given it 4 coats of the colour coat, which has given it a nice deep colour. So the last action is to put some clear lacquer on the top, which is going to seal everything in, and it's going to make it waterproof and everything against the weather. So I'm going to give it 2 coats of this. Again, nice and easy. Don't put too much on. And allow 15 minutes between each coat. There we go. One VW badge completely transformed. I've put all my mess away, tidied up all the spray and everything. I just need to leave this now for 24 hours to go properly hard, and then it's done. Why don't you try and have a go at something like you want to transform? Okay, bye.